Welcome to Ask and Learn.
For this exercise, we are going to use the Pascal triangle. Remember that the nth row represents the numbers of the form n in something, and the k diagonal represents the number something in k. And for example, this represents 0 in k, 0 and 0. This row 1 in k, 1 in 0, 1 in 1, and the second row 2 in k. Now the diagonals are n in something. Now, going back to the exercise, we can see that these numbers form the first sequence. So we have the numbers of the form n in 2 for n greater than or equal to 2. Then for the second sequence, we have this diagonal, which represents the numbers, again as before, n in 3 for n greater than or equal to 3. For the next sequence, we have these numbers 1, 2, 6, 20, 70, and 252. Note that we are taking the even rows, so the numbers here are 2n in something, and note that we are taking the numbers in the middle of the row, so these are 2n in n for n greater than or equal to 0. For the next sequence, we are going to take these pairs of numbers 1, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 that represent the numbers in the sequence. So notice that these numbers are like almost in the middle, and yeah, for like even rows they're exactly the numbers in the middle, and for odd rows then, well, these numbers are not in the middle because like the middle is not an integer, but we can take the floor of the middle. So the sequence is going to be represented by n in the floor of n over 2. And well, one thing to notice is that we could also take these other numbers to represent the same sequence. And well, now in the odd rows, the numbers we chose are going to be represented by the ceiling of n over 2. And this only reflects the symmetry of the Pascal triangle. So both expressions are right. For the next sequence, we're going to take a look at the odd numbers in each row, and we're going to choose the largest. On the first row, there's only one odd number, so we take this one. The second row, 1 is the only odd number, so we take 1. The third row, again, and in the fourth row, 3 and 1 are the odd numbers. We take the largest, that is 3, and we do the same for the rest of the rows. In this case, between 15 and 1, 15 is the largest. In this case, 35 is the largest. 1 is the only odd number. The next row, 9 is the largest, and so on. So this sequence can be expressed as n in k, for which n in k is the largest of the odd numbers. This is varying k, and we take the n's to be greater than or equal to 0. And for the last sequence, well, the numbers we are given are 1, 3, 15, 84. This is 0 and 0. This can be written as 3 in 1, 15 can be written as 6 in 2, and 84 can be written as 9 in 3. This from the position of these numbers in the Pascal triangle, and we see from here that these numbers are of the form 3n in n for n greater than or equal to 0. So just to summarize the answers, the first sequence of numbers was represented as n in 2, the second sequence as the numbers n in 3, the third sequence 2n in n. The fourth sequence was the numbers of the form n in the floor of n over 2, and then n in k, such that n in k is the largest of odd number when varying k. And the last one was 3n in n.